Assalamu alaikum. Sunnahfollowers presents a new and exciting course to add to your Islamic learning and development. Interpretation in Living with the Quran, taught by Sheikh Saad Hassanin, considered to be one of the most accomplished scholars of Quranic science in the United States. He is a member of AMJA, the Assembly of Muslim Jurists of America. He holds a PhD in Islamic Studies, professor at IUM. His specialty is in 10 different styles of Quranic recitation and jurisprudence. Classes will be held every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, streaming right here on Sunnah Followers. Assalamu alaikum. Sunnah Followers, in association with Aris Institute, presents to you an intensive foundation in Islamic studies. We welcome Dr. Ali Shihada, who will be teaching the science of the Quran and the Hadith every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern, streaming right here on Sunnah Followers. Assalamu alaikum. Sunnah Followers, in association with Aris Institute, presents to you an intensive foundation in Islamic studies. We welcome Dr. Ibrahim Jamali, who will be teaching the Aqidah and the Seerah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern, streaming right here on Sunnah Followers. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Please join us on Saturdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, for a special presentation. We welcome Dr. Ibrahim Jamali for the Dream Interpretation, exploring the art and science of dreams. Once again, it's Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you would like to attend, we do ask you to please join the Zoom room to detail your dreams for interpretation. We look forward to seeing you there, and we look forward to having your dream interpreted by Dr. Ibrahim Jamali, streaming right here on Sunnah Followers. Assalamu alaikum. Please mark your calendars. Starting this Friday, March 1st, we will be replacing the 6 p.m. Eastern Aqidah class, Al-Wala Wal-Bara class, with a special program for the month of Ramadan. Please join Ustada Layla Nashiba for the first 7 days of Ramadan with a preparation course. Allow her to walk you every day after that with the fiqh of fasting. Don't forget, mark your calendars, and we're streaming it right here on Sunnah Followers.
Ina alhamdulillah wa salat wa salam ala wa rasulallah. Let me tell everybody, I apologize that the schedule, I know the schedule is kind of messed up today. It's tip-sided, up-sided, down-sided. You know, we had to do some changing of the schedule. Normally, this class, which is the preparing for Ramadan, normally this class is held at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But, you know, due to the fact that we had to work on some issues here at the website and Dr. Ali had to cancel his class, we know everything got switched around. And also, let me remind everybody, the dreams. Dr. Jamali, his class on interpreting dreams will be tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know normally it's supposed to be on Saturdays, but we switched it this week till tomorrow. So tomorrow, inshallah, we should be on our regular schedule. This class, which is Ramadan prep, it'll be held tomorrow at 6:30 6:30, inshallah. And then we have Brother Mukhtar's class on the life of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, will be at 7:30. And then at 9 tomorrow will be Dr. Jamali's dream class. Tomorrow morning, just to let everybody know, please write it down. Tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the Islamic jurisprudence and the fiqh class, the Sidr class with Dr. Jamali at 11:30 a.m. I encourage not only the adults, but the children to join Jamali's class. He's using PowerPoint too, because he knows that my Sunnah follower kids will be attending his class. I want all my Sunnah follower kids to learn Islamic jurisprudence, because I was learning it at their age too. I was learning Islamic jurisprudence at the age of 10. Okay? So you guys can learn that, and Sirah. You guys love the Sirah classes anyway. So that's tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. I want all the adults here. I also want your children here. And also for the kids, don't forget we have the Sunnah Follower Kids Hadith class with me at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tomorrow at 11:30 a.m., our day will kick off with Dr. Ibrahim Jamali. Then at 2 p.m., we'll have the Hadith class for the Sunnah follower kids. Then at 6 p.m., I want the whole family, all of you, all Muslim parents and children, to tune in to this class, which will be at its regular time, 6:30 p.m. Ramadan prep. We're helping to prepare ourselves for the month of Ramadan. Okay, so I know we got off track today, but we're on track now. Inshallah. Everybody got it? Sunnah follower kids, y'all got it too? All right. So Ramadan will be coming up in another week or so. And inshallah, a lot of people ask, Sister Layla, how do we prepare for Ramadan? I'm going to ask you the question. How do you prepare for Ramadan? Who can answer that? How do we prepare for Ramadan? Anyone? Let's hear an answer. Keep it moving. And I don't need the kids laughing at. You can tell when they Sunnah follower kids around, because they get me. They think I'm funny. I got to put a little humor in there. Sunnah follower kids. How do you prepare for Ramadan? Anyone? The room is not muted, is it? Okay, hold on. Let me look on you, Zoom. Are you able to use your microphone, people?
Yeah, we can use it.
Okay, well, why ain't nobody answering the questions? Y'all know we had a problem today. So can somebody tell me, how do you prepare for Ramadan? And this is sad, because Ramadan will be starting in a week, and we got every Muslim on planet Earth is supposed to be starting to fast. Every Muslim should be fasting, and none of you Muslims listening to me. And I'm broadcasting on a lot of social platforms. I am live and simultaneous on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I'm on DLive. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Rumble, Odyssey, Telegram. Yeah, I'm on Telegram too. I'm on Instagram. I'm also on Twitch. And I'm on X, known as Twitter. And I can't get not one Muslim on planet Earth to give me the answer. How do you prepare for Ramadan? Can anyone tell me?
How do you prepare for Ramadan? I didn't see the class yesterday, but I'm just going to answer with my heart. So how you prepare for Ramadan is first have the intentions on doing the things that you need to do, as far as as far as in cleaning up your act, far as in cleaning your house, far as in mentally stabilizing yourself. Try to put down, prioritize yourself, and just try to do all the things, write down your goals and everything. So, but that's just my point.
Have the intention.
When
we talk about having the intention to do something, that means I just intend to do something. I want to know, how do you do it? How do you prepare for Ramadan? How are you preparing yourself right now? I know you are. What are you doing to prepare for Ramadan?
I'm just doing it. I'm doing what I normally do.
What do you
studying. Okay, so what I normally do is I still just study, get all my books together, try to see. I put the
so you
prepare
yourself spiritually.
Yeah.
Okay, that good answer. One of the ways to prepare yourself for Ramadan, you prepare yourself spiritually. That's what she's saying. Exactly like Sister Aya said, you prepare yourself spiritually. And how do we prepare? Now I'm going to take y'all to the big question. How do you prepare yourself spiritually for Ramadan? What do you do to prepare yourself spiritually? Aya said you look at yourself. For what? To see how pretty you are? I want y'all to be able to explain.
Try to see your weaknesses that
there
you have
go.
And try to strengthen yourself.
Exactly. How do I prepare myself spiritually? I'm going to sit down and take a good long look at myself, check my heart. I'm going to try to recognize what my weaknesses are. And when we talk about weaknesses, give me some examples of what weaknesses are. When I say recognize my weaknesses, what weaknesses?
One for me is what makes me go off, because that's eating food, not eating. That's nothing. I've been doing that since I was 9 years old. The thing is for me not to go off and let stuff just push me to the point where it just mess up everything.
Exactly. When we talk about recognize your weaknesses, we're talking about your emotions. Remember what we've been talking about for the past year, your emotional state of the heart. What's the emotional state of the heart? I may realize that I have anger issues. Amina said she needs to look at what things will make her lose her temper. What things will make her lose her control of her anger that can break her fast? What are some more things what other weaknesses should you look for? Not just anger, because anger can break the fast. What are some more things you look at that can better you spiritually? We're talking about spiritualness. Y'all said one of the ways, how do I prepare myself for Ramadan? I prepare myself spiritually. And how do you prepare yourself spiritually? By accessing my weak points, my weak emotions, such as anger, such as greed. A lot of us like to eat too much. So I'm going to check myself. Is greed, overeating, a weakness of mine? For some people, it may be sex. Maybe is sex, the desire for sex, a weakness of mine? As Dr. Asim taught y'all today, maybe lowering my gaze is a weakness. Maybe I'm a person that likes to dip in other people's business. So whatever sinful actions, when we talk about bettering ourselves spiritually, we look at the actions that we do that can be sinful or that can lead to sins. Failure to control my eyes, failure to control my tongue, failure to control my anger, failure to control my sexual desires. Recognize if you have those weaknesses and make it a priority to put it in check right now. How else do we prepare for Ramadan? Not just by doing it spiritually, but what else? Let me look at some of the answers here. Fatima said, yeah, the tongue. We said the tongue. Exactly. Also, as Sister Santisa said, and Sister Geechee, see what things I overdo. We don't just look at the things that we lack in, but also what we overdo. Maybe I spend too much time on social media. So maybe I need to work out a plan. I'm going to prepare myself for Ramadan, by prioritizing how much time and what time I should spend on social media. I know Sister Layla will be streaming live every day at 6 p.m. to teach, to help us get through Ramadan at 6 p.m. of the rules of fasting. So I'm going to make sure that I'm not on the internet until 6. That's an example. So, if you realize you spend too much time on social media, I spend too much time on Twitch gaming. Well, I'm going to do less gaming. Okay, let's see what else we got. Also, another way to prepare for Ramadan is not just inwardly, but outwardly too. Because as we talked about yesterday, Ramadan is the month of mercy. You want the angels of mercy to surround you. The angels of mercy do not surround filth. They don't come anywhere near a dog, nor do they come anywhere near filth. So you want to clean your house up. This is when you do your spring cleaning. We call it Ramadan cleaning. You and the kids should be busy right now preparing for Ramadan by cleaning out the closets, cleaning up the bedrooms, cleaning out the bathrooms, cleaning out the cabinets in the kitchen, throwing away things that you don't need. Because again, the angels of mercy don't come around stuff like that. They like neatness. They like cleanness, cleanliness. Okay, what else? Let's see. We have
I have one.
Yes, go ahead.
I was saying that since the fasting of Ramadan is so important, that we have to look, if we have any days that we need to make up, that we make those days up, because it's a priority, and it's
that should have been done. To be honest, that should have been done. It's almost too late to make up days. You can't make up no 30 days now, because how many days left? Just 7? That's a little bit too late. That should have been done. Like I told you guys, the believer doesn't put off making up Ramadan. Like Aisha, radiyallahu anha, said, she said, we used to fast more in the month of Shaban, not because it was a choice. That was the only month that we had free from fighting. That's the only time she said we could make up our fast. But if it were not for the fighting, she said we would have made our fast up immediately after Ramadan, because life is not guaranteed. She said, and not making up your fast, that's a debt owed to Allah. You hear a lot of people say, oh, they did a lot of fasting in Ramadan. And it's a misconception. They did it for a reason, because it's only time. She said that's the only month that was free. We fought every month, and it's hard to fight when you're fasting. You can make rash decisions. See, the scholars would tell you that. But a lot of these brothers are just people of knowledge, daya, and they don't know the hadith. That's why I tell you, take care of that. That's why I tell you, until you learn the hadith, you will never understand this religion. So it's really a little bit too late to be making up any days. That should have been done after Ramadan last year. I want to know, how do you prepare for Ramadan? This Ramadan, not what you should have did for last. Let's see what else we got.
You can also go see your doctor and make sure that all the things that you need to be done is taken care of. And if you have to have insulin or whatever the case may be, give blood or whatever, try to do it before Ramadan starts.
Exactly. Try to take care of that health stuff. That's why I made my appointment. I went and had my physical last week because I know I'm about to fast in a couple of weeks. So I went and had last week, and my doctor took my blood work. She did total physical. She said, Layla, you good to go. Get all that done. I had my teeth done. You don't wait till the month of Ramadan to have your teeth cleaned and your teeth surgery done. I went and had my teeth cleaned 2 weeks ago. They told me they want me to remove my molars. You think I'm going to move them now? I'm going to wait till after Ramadan. After Ramadan, I'll schedule an appointment to have the molars removed, but not until then, because it's time to fast. So you should have had all that medical stuff taken care of. Okay, good job. How else do we prepare? Let's see. All these other answers y'all giving are fairy tale answers. Prioritize being happy. I ain't got time for that. How can you prioritize happy? Fixing my focus of prayers. That stuff is done when you pray. I want to know how to prepare for Ramadan. So these were the good answers y'all gave, the good answers. We prepare ourselves spiritually by recognizing what our weaknesses are, so we can work on changing the condition of ourselves to that which is pleasing to Allah. I know I got to work on my anger. I got to work on my overeating. I got to work on the how I waste a lot of time. Some people procrastinate. I realize I'm a procrastinator. Well, this Ramadan, I'm going to work on changing that. Those are the type of answers. That other stuff, that storybook stuff, that ain't the answer. Everybody got it. And also cleaning up your home physically, cleaning that house. How many of you got nasty house? I'm here to tell you. Y'all might make some enemies, but I don't care. It's my job to speak the truth. And the truth is never a beautiful pill to swallow. Most women, and I repeat this is a fact. Studies have been done by female dyer like myself. Studies have shown most Muslim homes that are disorganized, most Muslim homes that are junky, most Muslim homes that are too clustered. Look at the woman. These are women who you can tell, and I learned this when I went to school to be a legal investigator. You can tell what's in the mind and what's in the heart from what the outer appearance is. Most Muslim families, you go to their house and their house is clustered, junky, too much stuff out of place. The bathroom ain't clean like it should be. You know, it's brushed over in the bedroom, but not really clean. These are women who have, and y'all gonna get mad. These are your women that wear dreadlocks. These are your women that don't take care of their appearance. Their hair, they don't keep their hair combed. They dress shabby. You learn that when you go to school to be an FBI agent too. That's part of the investigation. That's training that we get. Oh yeah. Y'all better get rid of them dreadlocks. 9 times out of 10, if you got dreadlocks or you one of the women that don't take care of your hair and comb it, and I mean take the comb through it like the prophet said, and grease it and oil it and brush it on a regular basis, your house is a mess. Your house is a mess. Clean your house up. Just like you need to get rid of them lazy dreadlocks and sister locks, you can call it dreadlock, brother lock, sister lock, grandmama lock, hop, scoppity dock. However name y'all come up with it. That's one of the signs of the last hour. One of the signs of the last hour, they will give good, clean names to bad, dirty things. So you can call it brother, sister, mama, daddy, grandmama, cousin, lock, or whatever. All locks are haram. Because the Prophet Muhammad said, anybody with hair has to comb it. Take the comb through it every day. You can't take a comb through a lock. It's locked up. Y'all understand that? So not only should you people be cleaning, getting rid of them locks, but also cleaning up your messy house. Because 9 times out of 10, you got a messy house. I didn't say filthy house, although some people do have filthy houses, but it's disorganized because you lazy. Just like we too lazy to take care of our hair, you too lazy to clean your house. Get it together, women. Get it together, sisters. That's why a good righteous man, if he was looking for a righteous wife, he's going to ask you, do you have dreadlocks? How do you keep your hair? That's one of the questions my brothers, I got 4 of them. All my brothers asked every woman they married, how do you wear your hair? They didn't ask to see it because my brothers know. They were brought up on it. If a woman don't take care of her crowning glory, ain't nothing glorious about her. That's the truth. A woman's hair is her crowning glory. If you too lazy to take care of your crowning glory, then you a lazy woman. You ain't worthy of a righteous man. Because one of the reasons why, this is a question that one of the sisters asked me today while we were dealing with the cyber wars. Why is it, if there's nothing out of place in paradise, why is it that we will have combs to comb our hair? Why does Allah say that the women will comb their hair? Well, keep reading. As the Prophet Muhammad said, not because your hair has to be combed, but because it's something that women enjoy doing. Women love to beautify themselves. A true woman loves to make herself beautiful, to wear nice clothing, to keep her hair stylish. Why do I go and get my hair done? Because it's something I enjoy. I love to have my hair washed and curled and just shake it out. I love that. I love to put on clothes and make myself look pretty. So that's why we'll do that in paradise. Not because we have to, but it's because it's something we enjoy. So if you sisters want to know why you can't find a husband, if you got a man asking how you keep your hair, do you go get your hair done? That's probably why. Because if you too lazy to comb your hair, you too lazy to curl your hair, you too lazy to pay somebody to do it for you, then that means you got a deficiency in you as a woman. Because all women love to be women and beautify themselves and comb their hair and get it curled. Subhanallah. Y'all better get rid of them nasty dreadlocks, sister lock, daddy lock, mama lock, papa lock, lock, boop, bop. Get rid of that crap. And clean up your messy home. Maybe then you'll find a husband. They'll stop leaving to go get milk and never coming back. Because they too nice to tell you because you got dreadlocks. Medusa. Nobody wanted Medusa. They was in love with Venus. They were in love with Aphrodite. Who loved Medusa? The woman with the locks. Are you women crazy? Get it together. All right. So, this is how we prepare for Ramadan. And yesterday we talked about how a lot of Muslims ask, well, what's the virtues? Why do you all fast? How many of you have been getting those type of questions from the non-Muslims? Why do y'all fast? Well, I'm going to ask you, why do we fast during the month of Ramadan? Why do we fast? What answers would you give? Why do we fast? Anyone?
One of the reasons we fast is because it's prescribed for us to fast, just like it was prescribed for every last the ones before us to fast. So that's one reason why we fast. Another reason of course, we want to feel our obligation, but another reason we want to fast is it's a powerful night, which is we want to be able to reach that. I wasn't in yesterday's classes,
but this is right. You got it. Keep going.
We want to reach that night of power. That night of power, and then plus we want all the rewards that comes with everything that we're doing right now, because it's multiplied.
Y'all hear that? She gave a lot of answers. We fast. Number one, we do it because Allah said so. I like how she started her answer off with that. Somebody asked me, why do you fast, Layla? Number one, because God said so. That's the main reason. Number two, it's a good way of me getting good deed, doing good getting double deeds, good rewards. Also, we fast that month because this is the one month of the year that has the most special night of all. Good job. Anyone else? Why else?
We also fast to get closer to Allah and also to become more righteous, better people, a better version of ourselves.
That's it. Also, and the main reason why I fast too is because Allah imposed it upon us as a means of helping us to become righteous, better people. I want to become the best person I can. So I fast. And what is it about fasting, guys, that makes you become the best you can be? What is it about fasting that makes you become more righteous, a better person?
Because you're paying attention to the things that you're not supposed to do, and you're trying to stop it so that better you.
Exactly. You're learning about yourself. You're training yourself. I'm training myself to avoid doing the things that I shouldn't do. I'm training myself to stop smoking. I'm training myself to stop using profanity. I'm training myself to control my anger, to control my desires, to control my urges that go against Allah, what Allah says, to control how much I eat, to control how much I sleep, to control how much time, learning how to balance the time I spend and how I spend it. So that's how fasting makes me a better person, because you're learning how to refrain from doing things that are detrimental to you, how to abstain from doing things that are not good for you. That's why we fast, guys. That's the answer you should be given. Okay, what do you mean, Sister Santisa, when you say we fast for the less fortunate? I don't understand that answer. What does that mean? Why do you fast for the less fortunate? Is fasting for anyone? Do we fast for the people who are less fortunate? Do we? Do we, guys?
Only fast for Allah.
Right. Fasting is an act of worship. It's only done for Allah. We don't fast for nobody but Allah. That's another question I was going to ask you. Why does Allah love fasting more than anything else? Because it's the one act of worship that's done only for Him. We're not fasting for Gaza. That ain't going to happen. If you fasting for Gaza, Allah ain't accepting it. We don't fast for the poor. We fast for Allah. It's something He commanded. Everybody understand? Okay. So these are the things we talked about yesterday. The why the month of Ramadan is special. It's the month of change. It's the time of year that I can change the condition of myself to that which is pleasing to Allah. Why? Because Allah is more forgiving. This is another thing y'all need to remember. What makes the month of Ramadan special is out of all the months of the year, Allah is more forgiving during Ramadan than any other month. He's more forgiving during Ramadan than even the month of Hajj. Y'all understand? This is the month he's more forgiving. Allah frees more people from the hellfire during the month of Ramadan than any other month of the year. So whatever horrific sins I've done this year, whatever filthy sins I've done this year, this is the best time to repent. That fornication that you did that you shouldn't have did it, hey, you got jiggy with it. Hello! This is for the teenagers, the young kids here with the questions they ask me. Oh, yeah, got jiggy with it. Oh, yeah, with some girl on them gaming sites. They had all that filth on them gaming sites. It's the best time to repent. To repent from getting jiggy. Y'all understand that? Oh, yeah. Layla can do some hip hop too. It may be outdated, 1980s hip hop. Get jiggy with it. Rocking the boots. Or was it knocking? Knocking the boots. You were knocking the boots on Twitch. Knocking the boots on Trovo. This the time to repent from that. And remember, repentance means being determined to never, ever, 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 ever do it again. Y'all got it? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is put the PowerPoint up on the screen. I want all my Sunnah notes too. Will be a quiz on this tomorrow. Yeah, I'm in my teacher's mode. Oh, yeah. We're going to speak about the benefits. We talked about why Ramadan was special, is special, yesterday. Today, we're going to be speaking about the virtues of it and the benefits of fasting. Because you're going to come upon these non-Muslims. Oh, yeah, let's talk about it. Hit it. Oh, yeah. There's some non-Muslims that's going to say, wow, why y'all do that? I can't do that. I can't go without drinking. I can't go without eating me at least one potato chip during the day. Oh, God, I would get sick. If I didn't have breakfast, I would die. If I didn't eat lunch, I would die. So you're going to come around those type of shaitanic people, the awliya of shaitan. You got to learn how to overcome that. There's a lot of benefits to fasting. There's a lot of virtues in fasting. So don't listen to what those Kafir kids got to say. They don't know no better. They don't even know that Allah made Eve instead of Steve. So if they don't know that Allah made Eve instead of Steve, and that Steve didn't, and Eve didn't have a choice to become LG Keith, how can they tell you that what you're doing, that Allah commanded you to do, is bad? Okay, so I want you kids to take screenshots. We're ready to put the PowerPoint up. Hello, let's get ready. Yeah, get ready, kids. Parents too. And I hope, by the way, for the parents, I hope you guys got me on the big screen TV. Hello! Put me on the big screen TV for the cheering. Because the children get Layla Nashiba. Oh, yeah, they get me. You adults got problems. But the cheering get Layla Nashiba. Because Layla Nashiba was a kid growing up Muslim too in the USA. Hello. Back in the 60s, known as the civil rights period. Bad times. Oh, scary times. All right, let's put the PowerPoint up. Hold on, kids, everybody. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna make it big. Don't worry. This is a brother on Twitch, Brother Conqueror. I forgot his name is Conqueror on Twitch. I hope you still watching. He was there for Brother Hanif's class and he enjoyed it. All right. Inshallah, you guys will see this. Let me start with the Zoom. Oh, I gotta take that down. Yeah, I got it. Mina, for Mina say anything. Did it come down? Yeah. Oh, you like? Oh, Wafan likes the background. You see that? Yeah, I forgot I had this one up. This was for the class with Dr. Asim, the Quran, understanding the Quran, whatever it was. What was it? Reflections. Yeah, when we had the Kafir people come in. Okay, let me share this. Hold on. All right, this is Zoom. All right, and put them on my PowerPoint. Okay, for those of you watching me on the big screen, put me on the big screen TV. Go on YouTube, channel Sunnahfollowers. We're streaming live on channel Sunnahfollowers on YouTube. Let the kids see this. You're cheering. And don't forget cheering. Y'all got y'all hadith class with me tomorrow. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have them hadiths ready. All right, let's go here. Make it big screen. Okay, now I'm going to switch to this. And let me move this out the way so I can see. And yesterday we stopped off right here. So let me start it here. Yeah, and I did my, that was the quiz. I gave y'all the quiz. Current page. Hello. Today we're going to speak about the virtues of fasting. Oh, can y'all see on you? My other people, can they see me?
Yeah, we can see on YouTube.
You too can. Well, why come? Oh, I'm lagging on Telegram. Telegram is lagging like crazy, man. Whoa. They usually see better than anybody. Hold on. Let me switch from Telegram because I'll get confused with that. You know what that means, y'all. Watch the Zoom room. I'm lagging that bad. Y'all know what that means. That means they hitting that Wi-Fi again. Lord, my phone. Because that's what happened. My phone went out last time. Oh, Lord, have mercy. These people crazy. Give me a second, guys. I got to go on here. Go here. That's me. All right. Oh, God, what is this? Okay, here it is. Okay. I'm on Facebook watching with the people on Facebook. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I'm coming on Facebook with you guys, Sakina. With the people on Facebook. Okay, here we go. Now I can see it on Facebook. So today we're going to speak about the virtues. The virtues of fasting. First of all, that's why I'm doing this now. Y'all want to see that big picture. Won't that be something during Ramadan? Check it out. Remember, we talked about how fasting is one of the best actions of worship that any of us can do because it's only for Allah. You can sneak and pretend to pray for Allah, but you're really showing off. But you can't pretend to fast. Either you are or you're not. Either you're eating or you're not. Either you've broken the fast or you haven't. So Allah has chosen fasting for himself. And because of it, he will reward it and multiply the reward without measure. In other words, it's unlimited. You can get rewarded over 700 times just for each day of fasting. Listen to what Allah says in a beautiful hadith qudsi. He says, except for fasting, which is only for my sake, and I will reward you for it. Subhanallah. That hadith is Bukhari. And there's no equal to fasting because it entails sacrificing, giving up the things you like, giving up the things you're not responding to your desires, Allah loves for us to sacrifice for him. That's why he took Abraham alayhi salam as his friend, because Abraham was willing to sacrifice for him over and over again. So fasting has no equal, and because of that, the supplication. This is another reason why this is the best month to repent, because the supplication of the person who fasts will never be refused. And I'm going to talk about that during the month of Ramadan. When you go to break your fast, that's one of the best times to make whatever dua you have. If you want Allah to bless you with a new job, you want Allah to bless you with a child, bless you with a marriage, bless you with a house, a car, bless you with the, hey, 20,000 grand, whatever. You make that dua right before you break your fast, because Allah does not refuse it. Subhanallah. And there's the dalil for that. Okay. Also, another virtue of fasting. And for those of you who are new Muslims, for Sister Sandra, Sister Hope, any of the new Muslims I have that's listening, you're going to experience one of the most joyous times of your life. One of the moments in which you will experience, it's a happiness that I can't even explain. It's a happiness that begins at the bottom of your stomach, and it emerges up through your heart and goes down to your toes and comes up through your fingertips, and you want to stand up and jump up and down like Medea. Y'all know Medea. Hallelujah. You're going to want to jump up and down and say, Allahu Akbar, subhanallahi wa bihamdihi. It's a feeling I can't explain other than that way. And it only lasts for a second. That second comes right before you break your fast, guys. You would be sitting here in the website listening to me speak, and then you'll look at the clock and see that you only got 10 more minutes. That's when it's going to hit you. You're going to get giddy, excited, happy. You're going to say, oh, Layla, I love you. I love your class. It's just going to come out. You're so happy that you're going to want everyone else to feel it. You will only experience that right when you get to break your fast. And then you will experience it another time when you meet with Allah on the day of judgment. And Allah tells you he accepts your fast. So we're going to talk about that moment. On the first day of fasting, when it's almost time to break fast, I'm going to ask every one of you listening, do you have that feeling? And you're going to get it every day right before it's time to break fast. It's a weird feeling. You think Starbucks, you think turkey, you think fish sandwich. Oh my God. Also, another virtue of fasting, not only will you get to experience what's called bliss, that type of happiness that you feel right before you break fast is called bliss in English. It's the epitome of happiness. Not only will you experience that, but also on the day of judgment, when you need it, your fast will intercede for you. Your fast will say, when you're standing there on that Sirat bridge, being weighed, your good deeds on one scale, your bad deeds on the other, your fast will speak. It will say, oh Allah, I kept him from eating. I kept him from giving in to his physical desires during the day. So let me intercede for him. Let me speak on his behalf. So this is why Ramadan is such a beautiful month, because all the years of your life that you spent fasting and completing the month of Ramadan, those fasts will speak on your behalf to save you from that hellfire. And again, all of these hadiths are authentic. And also, let me talk about this. This question came up yesterday during my Q&A show. We had one of the brothers who couldn't control himself. We had one of the brothers, and you know, the brothers like to join my Q&A. Y'all know my dawah is geared towards women. Brothers are welcome to listen, but I don't like them coming in my stream because they come in my stream and show off and act like idiots. Okay? I keep telling you guys, women are more intelligent than men. That's a fact, because women know when to shut up when another woman is speaking. You brothers want to act a fool. Well, we had a foolish man come in yesterday, and he was talking about the breath. He said that when a person fasts, the smell from your breath is like paradise, and Allah likes it. Allah loves that smell, so don't talk about it. Well, no, let me explain that hadith. This is the hadith he was referring to. The Prophet ﷺ said, the smell that comes from the mouth of a fasting person is better in the sight of Allah than the scent of musk. It does not mention anything about paradise because paradise doesn't stink. What this hadith is saying is Allah likes the sacrifice. The simple fact that you are putting your body through the inconvenience of having a bad smell, Allah loves that sacrifice for him. So I want you guys to think about that, because your personal jinn is going to come to you when you're fasting and say, oh, this is something bad because your breath stinks. Well, first of all, if your breath stinks, you can go brush your teeth. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ used to brush his teeth when he was fasting. He would not stand in front of the Muslims speaking to them with bad breath. He would brush his teeth every time he made wudu. Okay? So if you smell that smell, go and brush your teeth. Take some mouthwash. And understand that Allah loves the sacrifice you're making for him. Allah loves that sacrifice and inconvenience. That's what this hadith is saying. Okay? Also, another virtue of fasting is it becomes a protection for you. It will save you from the hellfire. Why? Because when we're fasting, we're supposed to spend that time, and we're going to talk about this every day during the month of Ramadan. You're going to have a checklist. I'm going to make you guys get a checklist. Okay? When you're fasting, you're not supposed to spend that time sleeping or spend that time watching TV or playing cards or playing Monopoly. You should spend the fasting time remembering Allah. Like I said, I'll have classes going on from 6 until the time to break it to keep you preoccupied. So fasting becomes a protection from the hellfire because you're controlling your emotions. You're controlling your tongue. You're controlling your private parts. The two main reasons why most humans will be in hell is because they couldn't control their tongue and they couldn't control their private parts. Well, you're controlling them. So fasting becomes a protection and a fortress, you know, from the hellfire. That's why they tell you, you brothers, if you're single and can't afford to get married, to fast. Because if you're fasting, you're going to spend most of your time at the mosque praying, worshiping, thinking about Allah instead of thinking about your sexual desire. Okay? Another virtue of fasting is this. There's a gate in paradise named El Rayyan. And this is the gate that the people who used to fast will enter through on the day of judgment. And no one else will enter it but them. So when the non-Muslims, I want my children, my Sunnah follower kids to remember that. When the non-Muslims are making fun of you because you're not eating with them, you think about how they're eating here And they'll be eating the coals of hell in the hellfire in the hereafter. Because while they're eating the fire of hell, you'll be walking through this gate because you controlled your when they couldn't control theirs. Think about this gate. Also, like I said yesterday, Ramadan is a pillar. What does that mean? It's an obligation. It's something that we have to do in order to be a Muslim. If you don't fast the month of Ramadan out of disobedience, you're not considered a Muslim. My cousin Mukhtar talked about Musaylama, the imposter. Musaylama, who pretended to be a prophet. Musaylama, who Abu Bakr had to fight against during his caliphate. This is one of the things that made him the kafir that he was. Musaylama told the people, guess what? You don't have to fast no more. No more fasting during Ramadan. Okay? Anyone who does not fast the month of Ramadan because he believes he doesn't have to is a kafir. It's like Musaylama. So it's a pillar of Islam, just like praying the prayer is, just like paying the zakat is and making hajj is. And it's an obligation, just as wearing hijab is, just as growing a beard is. Also, another reason why this month is sacred is because this is the month that the Quran was revealed, which means not that Allah sent it down as a book. Like one of the brothers asked on my stream yesterday, when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says Ramadan is the month in which the Quran was revealed, it means completion. The Quran was completed during the month of Ramadan. The last verses came down during this month. And the angel Jibril met with the Prophet Muhammad twice during that month to make sure that the Prophet understood everything. And also, as Sister Mina said, another virtue as to why we fast is because there's a night in the month of Ramadan that's better than 1,000 months. And that's the night of decree. That's the one night of the year that Allah shares his knowledge as to what's going to happen for the upcoming year with the angels. And all the angels, including Jibril, including Michael, including Israfil, they all come down and walk the earth, making dua for the believers. Also, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us that another virtue of this month is that when Ramadan begins, the gates of paradise are open and the gates of hell closed, and the most evil of the devils are put in chains. What does that mean? I explained that hadith yesterday for the Q&A. During the month of Ramadan, that's the one month of the year that Allah will take Iblis himself and lock him up in chains. And not just Iblis, but all his Ifrit. Who are the Ifrit? The Ifrit are the most dangerous of the jinn that walk the earth, causing harm to humans. They'll be enchained with him. They are the strongest jinn. But your personal jinn is not an ifrit. Your personal jinn is not in chains. And we're going to talk about that. Your personal jinn will never leave you until death overtakes you. Everybody understand that? So these are more virtues, and all of these are authentic hadiths, Bukhari. These are more virtues of this famous month. Finally, the biggest virtue is, as our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever fasts the month of Ramadan out of sincere belief And with hopes of being forgiven with hopes of being rewarded, then all his previous sins will be forgiven. This is the best time, like I said, to get those sins forgiven. Oh yeah, you got jiggy with it, knocking or rocking boots. You better stop it, and this is the time to break it down and get forgiven. Also, every day that we break our fast, Allah will choose people to forgive. That means choose people to free from the fires of hell. Subhanallah. So the next time, somebody asks you about the virtues, the virtues of fasting, or why do we fast? I want you guys to be able to give them these answers. Does everybody understand? And now what I want to do before I end, and I want to make sure everybody can see my PowerPoint. I'm going to speak about the benefits, because again, when people come to tell you, oh, fasting is a bad thing, it's going to make you sick. No, there's many benefits to fasting as well as virtues. Number one, you become a better person. As Allah himself says, the reason why I command you to fast is so that you can become righteous. And that's the problem. There's a lot of Muslims on earth today, but how many are righteous Muslims? A righteous Muslim would never pick and choose what parts of religion to practice. A righteous Muslim would never settle for an irrighteous man or an irrighteous woman. A lot of you brothers are running around marrying kafir women. I'm sorry, righteous men don't marry kafir women. Even though it's lawful for you to do, if the conditions are met, most of the time the conditions are never even met for you. But a righteous man would never settle for an irrighteous woman. So maybe this is how you clean yourself up. If you brothers would fast Ramadan and fast it correctly, you would make better choices for yourself. Also, another benefit of fasting, if your stomach is hungry, this will help to remind you that other parts of your body still do work. Also, if your stomach is hungry, fasting will help you to defeat Shaitan, because it'll teach you how to control it. Okay? Also, another benefit of fasting is it teaches you, to be more grateful to Allah, because you get to empathize with the people who are poor. Remember, as the rest of the world is fasting, there are other people in the world, not just Gaza. We got people in the Sudan, people in Yemen, people in Nigeria. We got Muslims all over the world, who don't have anything to break their fast with. They have to go without even eating anything, just breaking their fast with dirt. Believe it or not, some people will put dirt in their mouth because there's nothing else, no water, no nothing else. And we're going to talk about that. What do you do to break your fast if there's nothing to eat or drink? You don't put dirt in your mouth. You simply just, have the intention to break the fast. We'll talk about that in another class. But the point is, it makes you more grateful to Allah, because there's other people who don't have anything to break their fast with. So it teaches us that we are, number one, not alone. Number two, our situation is not as bad as we think it is. Also, again, something that I'm going to emphasize all month with you guys. Fasting trains the soul. How do I keep my fitra ignited? By nourishing it with remembrance of Allah. And the more we nourish the fitra of our heart with remembrance of Allah, the more we train our soul to not give in to its desires. We train our soul to stay away from what is sinful. And also, it trains us individually to become more organized. Like I talked about, you, sister, should focus on cleaning up your home. It's time to do a good spring cleaning. Clean out those closets, those drawers. Put everything in order, because Ramadan teaches you to be organized. It teaches you to be punctual. It teaches us to not be disorganized and to not be lazy. And maybe you won't have a problem cutting them dreads out of your head. Also, fasting also shows the rest of the world the unity of us, because every Muslim living on planet Earth will be fasting at the same time and breaking our fast at the same time. So it shows our unity. It shows wala, well better. It shows how our allegiance is to Allah, to the Prophet, and to the Muslims on the of the world, no matter where they are. And for me, I love this. Fasting is the best time for me to call others to Allah. That's why I was telling my moderators, I don't want y'all to mute anybody during this month. Try to keep them unmuted, because they, this is my time, the time for me to get double, triple reward by helping those weak Muslims, those non-practicing Muslims, to get back on track. Even if I can get one Muslim to get back on track with Allah, that's a great reward for me. So, mashallah, these are the virtues and these are the benefits of fasting. And I want you guys to share this with your children, because again, let me let everybody know, I'm going to talk about this in detail. I'm going to talk about who's obligated to fast. Who are the people that are obligated to fast? Who are the people that are not? But I'm going to go over this point right now. For those of you who have children, and that's why I want the kids to hear me. Every child, all of you kids out there, oh yeah, let's talk about it. For you kids out there, if you are 7 years old, you should be fasting. Oh yeah, it's time to put Barbie and Ken and all them down. Okay, Barbie can go into her little house. Ken can get on his boat, his yacht. You're going to be fasting at the age of 7. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who you think you are? Let's talk about it. Who you think you are? You think that you better, than Ibn Abbas? You think you better than Ali? You think you better than Mukhtar? You think you better than Layla Nashiba? Because we were all fasting at the age of 7. And we weren't doing this thing that you guys came up with. Let's talk about it, called half-day fasting. I don't know when that started. I grew up as a kid. My mama didn't make me fast no half day. She said half day, my behind. We was fasting whole days. Mukhtar too, all of us. At 7 years old, we fast from Fajr to Maghrib, and it was the summertime, baby cakes. 12 hours, 16 hours. So for the Sunnah follower kids out there, I'm letting y'all know you can do it. We're going to help you through it. Mom's going to help you. Dad's going to help you. Layla's going to help you. You should be fasting at the age of 7. If you 10 years old, you better be fasting, and that's a whole day. Now, if your mom thinks, like I say, my mom had me do the full day. But if your mom thinks that you can start off with a half day because you 7, that's your mom's problem. But if you 10 years old, you're supposed to fast the entire day. Hello. So I'm going to be watching you kids. You understand? My eyes are going to be on you kids. Oh, yeah. You're supposed to be fasting too. And I want to see you in my class every day at 6 o'clock sharp. What is it? 6:30? Yeah, 6:30 sharp. I'm changing the time to 6:30. Keep forgetting that. All right. So I'm going to stop right here. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Are there any questions or comments?
That was good, Layla. Excellent, excellent.
You brothers got issues today? Where the brothers at? Good. We don't need to hear from them. All right. Okay, guys, I'm going to log out. I want to remind everybody, especially the kids, be here at 11:30 in the morning. Dr. Dramali will be doing his Sira and Fiqh class at 11:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. He's using PowerPoint too. So it'll be, you can take your screenshots. And don't forget, we have my Hadith class for the kids, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Then I want to see all of you back in this class at 6. And anybody with dreams, Dr. Dramali will be doing dream interpretation tomorrow night at 9. So I got another dream. Yeah, I had dreams. I dream all the time. Dream. Yeah, I dream all the time. Any dreams that you guys have, make sure y'all write them down and bring them in here for Dr. Dramali tomorrow. All right, I'm going to close out for tonight. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.